Hello. So today in this video I will discuss about the JavaScript. So JavaScript comes under the client-side scripting language category. So, okay. So what you can do with the help of the JavaScripts, and how you can run the JavaScripts. Okay. So first things, for whenever you want to run the JavaScripts, you require only the browsers. No, so here we don't want any compiler other than any other things for running the JavaScript code. So you can run any JavaScript code inside the browsers, and JavaScript is dynamically typed. Okay. And another things, JavaScript is object oriented, in that almost everything in the language is an object only, right? So here object in the JavaScripts are the prototype based, not like a class based. So which means while JavaScript shares some again features of PHP, Java or C Sharp, okay, but it is still complete different from the all of those languages. And one more confusion is there, Java and the JavaScript both are the same. No, both are completely different. Okay. So Java is again the full face compiled object oriented language, and it is very popular. Regarding the Java, one thing is very popular: write once, run anywhere. Okay. It means you can write the Java program in the Windows, and same code if you want you can run in the Linux also. Okay, that's why the word is very popular regarding the Java: write once, run anywhere. But only required JVM, Java Virtual Machine. If that is installed in your system, whatever the program you are writing, it will work in the terms of the Java. But JavaScript is one of the most popular interpreted language. Okay. So here we have some features, object oriented features of the Java, but it runs directly inside the only the browser. Here not required any JVM. Okay, not required any JVM for the JavaScript. So that is the main difference between the Java and the JavaScript. Again, one more thing is again popular. First only I told JavaScript comes under for the client-side scripting language. So there are the two type of the scripting language. One is called the client-side scripting language, and another is called server-side scripting language. So as per your syllabus, one module you have a client side, another module you have a discussion for the server sides. So I will just give the only the brief idea. Client side scripting language, whenever the client is generating the request, otherwise whenever the client is getting the response, so whatever the scripting language is responsible to do this activity, that all comes under for the client side scripting language. Okay. Same way, whenever client is sending the request, otherwise getting the response in the server side, so server side again the some scripting languages are there that they are manipulating, managing, handling the again the all of the requests from the clients. So that scripting is called the server side scripting language. So client side scripting language, again JavaScript is one of the more popular scripting language. Apart from that one, again the VBS script is there, JavaScript applet is there, then again the Flash is there. So different again the examples we have. Okay. Here again, just take very simple example. Client wants to open the one pop-up window, so that pop-up window complete control by the client side scripting language. So with the help of the JavaScript also you can open the pop-up window. Okay. So what is happening, first of all client will click on that particular button, otherwise it will generate that request. Okay. So once he will generate the request, then that JavaScript function which is responsible to generate the pop-up window, that will activate, and with the help of that one again the page will open. What advantage when you are doing the such kind of the client side scripting language? What is the advantage? So here again, first of all, we are reducing the load of the server, because everything is happening in the client side. So nothing again required to send the request to the server will open the pop-up window. No, everything is the control by the client system only. So here again we can reduce the load on the server. And another things, whenever you are just doing the client side using the client side scripting language, a response will be the more faster for the user events, because there is no again the remote connections here. Once the remote connection, then again your network, other by network speed and so many different parameters are responsible to give the response. But here your system, client system, is only responsible to generate the events. So the client system generating the events with the help of the client side scripting language, definitely that will be the more faster, quick user events we can generate here. Okay. Another things, JavaScript can interact with the download HTML. But the server we cannot download any again the HTML parts. Means here, very simple way I can just show you. In JavaScript, if you are writing anything that is visible in the client side, right mouse click, view source code, you can see. But the server side is server scripting language, whatever you are writing that you cannot see. Okay. But again the disadvantages are there, that is comes under for the challenges. So here again the first challenge is there. If the client wants to use the JavaScript in that system, in that machine, again the JavaScript should be enabled. That option is there in the browser. By default that is enabled only nowadays. Okay, but suppose that user is already disabled that JavaScript, then in that case in that system you cannot run the JavaScripts. That is the one of the main again the challenge for the client side scripting language. Okay. Another thing is there, so many different type of the browsers are there, that is associated with the different type of the operating systems. So what happened, one browser, one operating system will support the one client side scripting language. Same function, same code, it is not mandatory, otherwise confirmed it will work for the other browser also. Again the browser also different type of the versions you have. So older version, again the lot of the again the JavaScript function is not working. Okay. So these are the common problem, most of the very common problem for the Internet Explorer. Mozilla it will work, Chrome also it will work, but the same function if you want to use in the Internet Explorer older version, it is not supporting. Okay. Another things, JavaScript's heavy web application can be complicated to debug and maintain. Heavy web application, suppose that you have a big applications, so that again the, if you want to debug, otherwise you want to maintain again the changing the code and something, it is very difficult. Okay. So these are the most common challenges for the client side. So one more thing, only don't think कि JavaScript is the only the client side. I told no, Flash is again the client side scripting language. So that is again like a browser plugin only. In your browser plugin, if the Flash is there, then only the SWF file, otherwise any kind of the this one Flash file it will work. Generally for the SWF file that comes for the banner, otherwise image sliding purpose. Okay. So this is the one of the again the nowadays that is very using the less, but the for 2 years before that was again the more popular for the web application, for designing the banner and other things. Apart from this ones, again the Java applets that also comes under for the client side, again the scripting language only. So Java applets you can retain in and the separate objects included within HTML document via the applet tag. Okay. So that is again the part of the client side scripting language. Now if you are talking about the JavaScript, because as per your syllabus JavaScript is the part of your syllabus, so it is introduced by the Netscape in the 1996, and actually this is the implementation of the standardized scripting language which is called the ECMAScript, ECMA scripts. And JavaScript was only slightly useful for the many users. Okay. So modern times JavaScript, again the another things is the Ajax. Ajax is the acronyms, the general terms. So asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So actually what is happening in the Ajax, I can say tell the very simple and the practical example for you. Suppose that you have a one web page. So in that web page you want to update the one particular section. Okay, take simple example. you selected again the you created one applications. So what happened, you are just selecting the your branch, then you can select the semester, and in that semester how many subjects are there. So after the selecting the branch and the semester, the subject should come. So once you are using the Ajax, so again complete page not required to upload, only particular portion of that page, division of that page only, with the help of the Ajax you can again the download and you can display the details. So it is again the faster with the help of the Ajax, easy to maintain the again the multiple informations together in the page. Okay, and definitely your application is the fast. Got it? So that is again the one of the more advantage of the Ajax, and this is the modern times we can use the, this is again non modern, in the 2011-12 this Ajax was the more popular. Now also persons are using, but this is again the one of the again the best JavaScripts uses in the web. Apart from this one more thing is the important, that is called the layers. This all comes under for the designing of the again the softwares. Okay, so in object oriented programming language, what is happening is software layer is a way of the concept grouping the programming classes that have similar functionalities and the dependency. Okay, so in that there are the three layers are there. First thing is called the presentation layer, second is called the business layer, and third one is called the data layer. So what is happening in the business layer? So classes focus on the user interface under the presentation layer. Business layer, classes that model real world entities such as customer, products, and the sales, that is the part of the business layer. And the third one is called the data layer, where again the classes that handle the interaction with the data source, that is again the part of the data. Okay, so this is again the just one of the concept idea of the layers again the, so JavaScript framework you can use the jQuery, then the JavaScript instructors, here again the you can keep the again the Ajax, then the JavaScript validations you can do, then the JavaScript presentation you can do, then the CSS for the designing, then the HTML with the help of this one for the display purpose. Next things that is again very important, how where we can write the JavaScripts. Okay, in the HTML page. So like a CSS, you are adding the CSS in the three way. Same way here there are the three process, otherwise three ways are there to link the JavaScript page inside the HTML. First one is called the inline, embedded, and the external. So this is the example for the inline. So any HTML tag you can use the JavaScript. Just take the example for the hyperlink. One hyperlink you want to open the one page, okay, and the one button again, if anybody will click, then you want to display the one alert message. So there you can use the JavaScript. So you see here anchor tag ahref JavaScript colon open window, so it will open the one window. Same way you see input type equal to button, on click equal to alert, are you sure? So this will display the alert message in the JavaScript. And the second one is called the embedded JavaScript. So this is like again the document type of the CSS. So there we are writing the script type equal to textless CSS. Here we have to write the script type equal to textless JavaScript inside the double quote. Then whatever the JavaScript statements if you want, you can write here. The statement is the alert statement, and then we have to close the scripting tag. So this is the example of embedded JavaScript. And the third one is called external JavaScript. So external JavaScript, same way, create again the like a CSS file, you are getting the .css file now. So here we have to create the .js file. So JavaScript external file extension is .js, a small .js. So just take example creating .js. So you created the one scripting file, and in that file you write the all of the again the statement of the JavaScripts, and that we have to linking of the JavaScript best position is after the opening the head and before closing of the head. And what is the syntax here? You can write here a script type text slash JavaScripts, that should be inside the double quote. Okay, then src, you can recall your mind. For the css we are writing the rel, but here src equal to double quote, and you can write the javascript path. If both are your HTML file and the JavaScript in the same page, then nothing, same file name .js you write. Otherwise, suppose that your JavaScript file is inside some JS folder, so JS slash file name .js inside the double quote, and then you have to close the scripting language separate tag, and that should be after the opening the head and the before closing of the head. So this is the way you can add the Java HTML. Okay. So next class again we'll discuss about the more about the JavaScript. So at least in this video you got about little idea what is the JavaScript, how to use the JavaScript, and what is the difference, other advantage and the disadvantage of the JavaScript. So we'll again the next video we'll see again the remaining part of this module. Thanks.